The sun is shining, the weather is beautiful, summer is on its way, and of course it's time for another unboxing of yet another pair of Vivo barefoot shoes. Let's get into this. So hopefully the sun isn't blinding you off the top of my dome. These are the brand new Primus Flow by Vivo Barefoot, and these are honest to, like, this is the lightest shoe I've ever felt. Technically, these are a barefoot running shoe. I don't know if you've seen my slender size, but I am certainly not a runner yet, but maybe I could be thanks to a brand new pair of shoes. So we shall see if these truly inspire me, or if I've got yet another pair to lounge around the house with, or just a nice casual trainer to nip to the shops and back every now and then. Let's go from top to bottom. First of all, this is a virtually completely vegan shoe with a big asterisk, because they can say it's as vegan as possible, but they don't have full transparency of the supply chain, so there might be materials in there somewhere that are not vegan. It is quite literally the lightest shoe that they've made. I will weigh these for you guys so you can see that on screen. They do not come with an insole. I typically take the insole out anyway, so you have just got the super thin 4mm sole between you and the ground. You've got a quite clearly very breathable mesh upper. You can literally see the fabric components inside. It's incredible how light this is. This feels like the pinnacle of a lightweight shoe from Vivo. When you look at something like their Primus Light Knit, this is probably just like the weight of the sole compared to that shoe. This is incredibly light. What's cool is, seeing as this is a barefoot running shoe, you've got the reflecting bit at the back, so if you are caught out in the evening jogging, the car will see you just before you mount the bonnet. And then we've got the new design of the outsole on the bottom, specifically designed for running, I guess, on pavements, road, stones, probably a bit more urban than off-road, because it is super thin. Oh, see what I mean? It's blowing in the wind. Literally, the weight of the shoe is not even weighing down the box. They've got a nice new lace design as well that's got ribbing around the edges. And then where the laces go, they actually go off at an angle rather than straight down the top of your foot. It's technically maybe in line with your foot, actually. Like I say, there's not really too much to see because this is like such a minimal shoe. Let's try them on. So the fit on these is actually pretty great. There's plenty of room in the toe box area. I'm a size UK 14. There is enough space at the ends without them being too much. They do fit, I hate the term, but whatever true to size actually means. These, at least for me, fit really nicely in the length. Plenty of room, like I say, in the toe for if you're going to be running around. In regards to the width of where the knuckles, the ball of your foot is, knuckles, the widest part of your foot, where this bit. For some people it might be perceived as a little bit tight. It's not narrow, it's kind of bang on. So if you've got really wide feet, I'm probably going to say that these aren't the widest, but they're probably on par with the Primus Light Knit. So if you've already got a pair of those and they fit pretty well, I'm going to say that these are probably almost identical in regards to the fit. The weight of them, just like a lot of the Vivos anyway, are not particularly heavy, but these are of course the lightest things that you're probably ever going to put on your feet, apart from maybe a pair of sandals. Under the foot, the outsole and midsole, insole, however they define it, there's 2mm and then 4mm, so a total of 6mm under your foot. Interestingly, I thought these were going to feel rock solid under your feet when I'm stepping on solid concrete. They're actually not. They feel bizarrely quite padded. For saying that these have no removable insole in them, they don't feel rock solid underfoot. Again, I've been wearing Vivo barefoot shoes for a long time, so I'm used to wearing their shoes on solid ground without any insoles in anyway, but these actually surprisingly feel softer. Here's a Gen 2 of my Vivo Biomes, because I just like to throw these on. I would say that these feel softer underfoot than these, because this is just a 3D printed outsole and then the sock. So this has clearly got some sort of padding with the sole. If you're new to barefoot shoes, these are going to feel pretty firm on the ground, but for anyone that is accustomed to wearing barefoot shoes, then these are not going to feel uncomfortable, I would say. What you might have noticed is when I tried them on with socks, this suede type material on the inside has quite a lot of friction on a sock, so the tongue, even without socks on to be fair, but the tongue kind of rolls under, which is a little bit annoying. You just got to get your finger in and pull it out. But again, that's just based off of my initial first impressions trying them on. You'll get used to that. You'll find the knack, just loosen the laces up and you should be able to get your foot in fine. They've got this material in all the right places. So On the heel, it's padded. You can see through the shoe on the tips of the toes, anywhere where there's going to be chances of high friction, they've put some material in for a little bit of cushion. So because this breathable mesh upper is actually somewhat abrasive, I'm not going to say quite abrasive because that's not true, but it's not soft. I'm rubbing that with my finger. It's kind of got that like coarseness to it that if you were running in these and that was a point of high friction from the shoe to your foot, that would cause a problem. But inside they've got it where it counts, and it should really prevent any sort of friction, yeah, all the way on the tongue and everything like that. Yeah, anywhere where there's any seams, joints, high contact areas between your foot and the shoe, they've padded it pretty much, so you shouldn't have any issues with it rubbing. Again, time will tell. And then finally with the laces, what is interesting, this ridge thing I thought was just like just a style. I think it actually aids in applying more resistance to the lace. So, because when you're tightening up, you can feel those ridges. So what I assume will happen is it adds a little bit of resistance so that when you're running, the lace isn't going to slowly get pulled undone over time. So if that really is what that is supposed to do, that's a pretty cool feature, and hopefully that should prevent laces loosening over time. And that's really it for first impressions. This is, like I say, a super incredibly lightweight shoe. It's designed for barefoot running. If you buy yourself a pair of these from Vivo, you get for free a course on barefoot running. So if you're someone like me that doesn't really run, or if you are a runner but want to get into barefoot running, you can get a course when you get a pair of these, and that will sort of take you on a bit of a guided journey on how to start implementing a new technique that aids in barefoot running. If you're interested in checking these out, I will leave links in the description. And if you've not actually bought any barefoot shoes, Vivo barefoot shoes before, there will be a 20% discount off your first pair. There is 100-day returns from Vivo, so if you're interested but not sure, remember there's always that, you can always send them back. Let me know if this has been helpful. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.